Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. You know what that means. It's Pro Division time, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We're back this week with our Pro Division. They got a nice little healthy lobby going here this time around this week. So, a little bit more of a racer for us to show everybody here tonight. So, we are live here for our pro guys in Flat Out Racing North America. Welcome in, everybody. Corey Hawkins coming in, smashing that like. Hope you're doing well, my dude. So, as everybody can see on the screen up in front of us here, you can see that the pros in green was ran at 9 p.m. Eastern Time this past Sunday evening. So last night is when the pro lobby was ran. Now, the reason why the pro lobby isn't broadcast live, ladies and gentlemen, is because I race in the pro division. So this is why pro division is one of the divisions that is rebroadcast as opposed to live broadcast this season. However, moving into next season, that will change as your boy goes to stepping out of competitive racing here for a little while. And it's not due to anything other than I am just too busy right now doing comms, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to take a little step back from the racetrack once this series ends here at Flat Out Racing North America. As far as myself racing goes, it's unfortunate to announce, but we got to do it. We got to do it. The content, the page kind of is in a different direction at the moment right now. It's in a commentary direction. I think that we're doing a great job with the commentary team here at GT45 Gaming, and of course in cooperation with Nolander Gaming. I think we're doing a really great job at putting sim racing on the map, and that's the goal. I mean, that's the goal, right? We want to grow it, we want to keep it growing, and we want all the leagues to grow that we're working for, and we want to keep seeing epic racing. So we're going to be focusing a lot more on commentary over the next couple coming months than we are racing, and but that doesn't mean we're not going to be on track at all, ladies and gentlemen. We'll still have our our follower nights and our supporter nights with some open lobbies and stuff like that throughout our off nights during the week. So I mean, we'll still be there racing on track. We'll be keeping ourselves in shape, obviously. We're going to start doing some daily races as well soon. So so it was a pretty good race here Sunday night for the pro division. I mean, it's Dragon Trail Seaside, so needless to say, I don't really need to say anything further than that, but every one of these drivers here tonight is going to need to face the infamous Death Chicane. Now, the AM division and the Elite divisions did a pretty good job at navigating this track without too many casualties. However, our counter in the Elite division was definitely wrong, ladies and gentlemen. And stay tuned to Flat Out Racing North America's YouTube. We may be releasing a little blooper video from this weekend's endeavors here at Dragon Trail Seaside. So a little bit about Dragon Trail Seaside, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's a fictional track. It's a Gran Turismo designed racetrack. It does not exist in real life. It is a classic racetrack here in Gran Turismo. Everybody knows how to race this track. I mean, when you put Seaside up in an open lobby, it fills quick. Everybody knows this track. The only downside to this track is that chicane. It's a pretty good racing racetrack for the most part, in all honesty, but that chicane really intensifies how difficult this racetrack really is. So when we incorporate a Dragon Trail Seaside race into a competitive league race where there's actually prizes on the line, that is on the top of the difficulty factor. It's definitely on the top end of that scale. The Death Chicane is no joke. Now in GT Sport, it was not that much of an issue, man. It was easy peasy. It was a fairly wide corner. You had lots of room for a little bit of variation on your entry and exit out of there, and you could still be okay. But here on GT7, it is much tighter together. The curbs are a little bit more pronounced, and if you don't get the entry right, chances are the exit's going to go just as badly. You're going to come out sideways, you're going to come out fishtailing, or you're just not going to come out at all. So it is a lot more difficult here on Gran Turismo 7. Now, the drivers have to use the racing medium and the racing soft tires, ladies and gentlemen, as always. So they will have to make at least one pit stop in this race. So a little bit about pit strategy. Now, as we've seen throughout the week, the one stop has proven to be the dominant strategy, so we should expect to see that be the dominant strategy moving forward into our pro division as well. With that being said, though, it is Dragon Trail Seaside, and that chicane really could change up strategies for some of these drivers. So we may see two-stop strategies based off of maybe some drivers not having the best starts to their days tonight. Joe coming in with that thumbs up too much. Love my guy. How you doing, my guy? All right, so we do have 11 drivers on grid here in the Pro Division tonight. So let's go through our drivers list real quick. And we'll let you know who is, in fact, on track tonight and who is missing here. So KCR Nieder is our championship points leader here coming into Dragon Trail. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Pro Division is down a race. We're also behind a race here. The Barcelona Round 4 race was canceled. Not canceled, it was ran, but it was chalked. So we're going to rerun that race here at season's end. So the Pro Division is technically still a week behind the rest of the series as well. So we'll keep you guys updated on when that race is going to take place, round 4. And then we will see the points start to catch up with the rest of the divisions. But currently, missing Barcelona points in here, ladies and gentlemen. It is KCR Nieder in the lead with Jay Stewart chasing with 92 points. We have Sir Churro here with 89 points. And all three of these guys are on track here this evening. Jay Silva coming in late to the season with 68 points, also on track. A Method here with 65 points is not on track here this evening, so not in the race here today for Team THG. We've got Ricardo Pickles here in 6th place with 60 points. He is on track. Pork in 7th is also on track with 49 points. GT45 Gaming on track as well with 48 points. Corey GT35 is on track as well, and he's there with 46. Tattooed Freak from Apex Racing is not in the race here this evening, but sitting there with 40 points. Bar 27 is in the race from Apex Racing here this evening with 40 points as well. ATK Cheater Tom, who's no longer in the series, he has stepped out of the series due to suffering from some of the very severe game bugs that's going on, and he's just unable to race. So it's unfortunate to see us lose some drivers due to the issues that the game is having. We've actually lost a few drivers in the Pro Division because of that. Yanni is 27. He's also come back now to finish out the season, which is fantastic. We'd love to see it. He is on track tonight. Rockefeller Racing's Magic Man has also stepped away from the series due to having the same issues as ATK Streeter Tom. Both these drivers just unable to actually physically race because of how bad the game is treating them, in particular with just glitches and bugs. So we've lost a couple drivers just strictly due to the game's imperfections at the moment. And Doug Barrow, who is still a driver registered, he just hasn't been well lately. So send your vibes and thoughts to Doug Barrow, ladies and gentlemen. That would really mean a lot to me as well. We hope you're doing great, buddy. But he is still in as a substitute driver for the season for when he is able and feeling up to racing. So he is there still in the stands with 19 points as well, ladies and gentlemen. So the pro lobby's been dwindling here throughout the season. A lot of it is just due to the game. But we have an 11 field grid here today, so we're going to throw on our beautiful Flat Out Racing intro video made by one of the members of our community here. He goes by the username of Kaizen, and he does a really great job for me. He does it all for free, so we really do appreciate it. So we would definitely want to give it some love and some spotlight here on the stream of Flat Out Racing North America. So right before we take you into that, again, we are presenting for Flat Out Racing North America. Our sponsors here are GTR Simulators and the Apex Racing Team, ladies and gentlemen. In the Facebook comments here, GT45 Gaming is the Apex Sim Racing Team's website, and in that website is some Flat Out Racing merch available. So you guys want to get a hold of some Flat Out Racing merch? Well, you only have a couple weeks left, chat. The season is almost over. Once the season ends, that merch line will come down. And then Season 3 is a whole new season. We'll talk about Season 3 when Season 3 comes. But in the meantime, you only have a couple more weeks to really get your hands on that hot merchandise here from Flat Out Racing through the Apex Sim Racing Team website. So definitely go and get it while you can. There's only a couple weeks remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Limited time. All right. Graphics done by High Pre Graphics as well, ladies and gentlemen. The two that we see in front of us are done by our media guru, Yanni, who's also in this race. So much love to him as well for giving us a little extra visual flair for everybody during the broadcast here. But let's kick you over into this intro video, and then we'll hit the track, and we'll go take a look at our grid order, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what's up, Paymay? How you doing, brother? Let's go, says Paymay. Scott Arthur coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, guys. How's everybody doing? All right, so there we go. She's pro lobby time, chat, and we're just going to sit here and go through our beautiful lobby list. So, on pole position here tonight for the Pro Division is Jay Silva, and he is driving for Team Hypre. Yes, you heard me correct, ladies and gentlemen. Team Hypre. Hypre not only makes the streams look absolutely top level, he also has a racing team, and these guys are here competing in Flat Out Racing North America and doing quite well as well. So, Hypre driver in the Pro Division is Jay Silva. Moving down into P2 is Jay Stewart from Rockefeller Racing, again sitting second overall in the standings here currently. THG's Pork is going to be starting in third place right behind Jay Silva, followed up right by Finalize. So Finalize, this is his first race of the season for this driver. He is a substitute driver coming in, just got qualified shortly before race day here at Flat Out Racing North America and made himself into the Pro Division. So a new face on the racetrack here for the Pro guys today with Finalized. We have Pickles, Mr. Ricardo Pickles here in fifth place, lined up in behind Mr. THG's Pork there, and then Yoni coming in with a P6. So taking a little break away from the series, Yoni, and coming back and looking really, really quick. We got Sir Churro sitting in seventh place as well, ladies and gentlemen, with THG's Corey GT35 sitting right beside him here on row 4. In row 5, it is Apex Racing's Bar 27, and beside him is Rockefeller Racing's Ghost 45, and our championship points leader sitting in P11, Mr. KCR Nieder. Now, everybody's probably like, what? He missed qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, so he has to start at the back of the pack. And so that is why we're seeing KCR Nieder sitting right at the tail end of things here today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, y'all. Howdy. Hope everyone's well tonight. Nolander, B-Fam coming in with the like and the share. Much love, my dude. I hope you're doing well today, my guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, are we ready for racing? I know I am. How many times are we going to see the pro drivers die in the Death Chicane today? This is Corey. I said THG, Corey. Come on now, Tron. I've been getting it right like for a while now. Easy there, easy there. Let's go, Bar, says Payday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and not to disappoint, to keep the trend going, we're going to bring up our victim counter here for our Pro Division race. And it should be a spicy one. It should be a spicy one. So, I guess let's get this going on, hey? Hey, I've been waiting for the chat to fill up a little bit more, but it is Monday night, so it is late in the eastern part of the United States and Canada here especially, so let's get this race going so we can do our interviews here at the end as well. Kick them tires, light them fires. Time to go racing, folks. All right, here we go. 1 red, 2 red, 3 reds, 4 and 5. We're waiting. Is it a long? Is it a short? It's a short light, and we're off, ladies and gentlemen. And ooh, one driver, Yoni, getting a really slow start there at the beginning of the race. We want to be up front here, so we are on board with Hypre. Jay Silva here, he was on pole position. Pork moves up into P2 immediately there, but Jay Stewart's going to take a look up the inside. And here we go, 2 deep, 2 wide through turns 1 and 2, and it is on like Donkey Kong. Jay Stewart in the 3rd place. We got Ricardo Pickles slotting up in the 4th, getting ahead of Finalized. Ooh! Looked like Corey there getting just a little bit wide on exit. Sir Churro there in 6th place. KCR's Nieder has already bounced up into P7 here from the back of the pack, ladies and gentlemen. THG's Corey in 8th. Bar 27 here. Oh, no! And we got a little bit of contact there between 2 drivers for sure. Bar 27, and it looks like Ghost 45 there. Contact between the 2 drivers. It looks like Ghost gave the position back there. So, not the best start for those 2 drivers. Back to the front of the pack here, we have Hypre Jay Silva up in the lead. We have Pork in 2nd place. We have Jay Stewart in 3rd. We have Ricardo Pickles in 4th. We have Finalized in 5th. We have Sir Churro in 6th. We've got KCR Nieder in 7th place. And you know what? You know what time it is, folks. It's time for the chicane. Good luck to all the racers. Hey, we can verify, ladies and gentlemen, that GT45 Gaming did in fact take out Bar 27 there. So Silva makes it through, Pork makes it through, Stewart makes it through, Ricardo makes it through, Finalize makes it through, Churro makes it through, and 3 wide coming into the final corner. We're going to stick with this here for a second. And it does look like everybody made it through the chicane here on the first corner. Nieder's on the outside there. He's going to get a pass made on by him here by Sir Churro, but he gets a good run. And is he going to get the position? He does, so he moves up into P5, up ahead of Sir Churro here. That was a great run by Nieder through the outside part of that corner. Finalized tucked into P7 here. Corey just a little bit off in P8. We have Yanni just up ahead here in P9. And then we have Ghost and Barf 27 after their little endeavor on turn 4 there. Just on the back of the pack here. So back to the front of the lead. Keith Holt coming in with that thumbs up. Much love, my guy. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Silva in the lead about half second, 6/10 of a second here, currently on lap 2 of 25, ladies and gentlemen. And Jay Stewart is just leading a train of cars up in behind him here, followed by Pork and Ricardo Pickles. These 4 very close together here. So the front group already starting to break a little bit of a pack, but Nieder coming from the back of the pack, and he is flying right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is cruising to catch up to those guys up ahead here. We have Sir Churro in 6th place as well, and he's looking real solid here early on in the race. We have Finalized, our new driver here in the series, looking quite strong as well. We have Corey, GT35 here as we're coming into the starting sector of the Death Chicane, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get back to it, shall we? All right. Silva is going to make it through. Stewart's going to make it through. Pork's going to make it through. Nieder makes it through. Churro makes it through. Finalize makes it through. Corey makes it through. Yanni barely makes it through. Ghost makes it through. Woo! Bar makes it through. Ghost a little bit sideways coming out of there. Does a great job to gather that up underneath him there. And it is Silva up in the lead here as we are underway for lap 3 of 25 now, ladies and gentlemen. And Jay Silva's looking real strong here so far. Very early on tonight. This is what he's seeing right now. Those are just pixels in his rearview mirror. So he knows that he's starting to get a little bit of a gap on the rest of the field here up into P1. So he just needs to keep everything right. Keep the braking marks on point and not make any little mistakes here, because mistakes are going to cost drivers position here without a question of a doubt in the pro division. These guys are extremely close. No game sound, appreciate you. We'll fix that right now. You're going to lose video for just a moment, chat. Boop. Boop. All right. There you go. Appreciate you, Corey. Appreciate you. Yikes. Pork here in 3rd place. And you can see the guys are starting to gap out a little bit here. Nieder's now moved himself up into P4 here, so he is flying. He's a man on a mission here right now. Ricardo Pickles in 5th place. Sir Churro here in 6th. Finalized in 7th. Corey in 8th. Yoni in 9th. And then Ghost and Bar a little bit behind because, well, these two weren't playing nice together earlier. So here we go. It is Death Chicane time. Ooh. Oh, that is a very unfortunate exit there for Jay Stewart. Nieder there, he's going to jump up into P2 now because of that. So 2 more positions for Nieder. And oh boy, he's on the hunt now for the race lead here, ladies and gentlemen. Can he catch Silva? Jay Stewart there barely, and I mean barely surviving the chicane there in 4th place. And that was a little spicy there, chat. Ricardo Pickles here, he's going to get the move on the inside. We're in a camera angle where I can't move the camera, so let's change this. And he is going to move up ahead of Jay Stewart. So Jay Stewart really gaining, under braking there. Ooh, a little bit of a bump there even. Say, hey, hurry up, man, let's go. From Jay Stewart. So Ricardo Pickles here up into P4, and it's been some good racing here early on. We got Sir Churro now caught up to these guys as well with that little bit of battling and that mistake from Jay Stewart. He's lost 3 positions now because of that little mistake earlier through the chicane as well. Got Finalized here in 7th. We've got Corey here in 8th. We've got Bar in 9th. We've got Yanni in 10th, and we've got a death, ladies and gentlemen. Some full engine damage on Ghost 45's car. That is a death from the chicane. So our first victim of the night does belong to Ghost 45 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And he is getting that car all fixed up. So Silva is in the lead of this race. And let's get that counter up to date, shall we, chat? Let's get the counter up to date. Death 1 in the books. All right. So Silva now has a nice little tidy gap on Nieder here in second place, but Nieder has broken away slightly from Pork as well. So we know that these three drivers made it through chicane. We got a gaggle of cars here, followed by Jay Stewart, Sir Churro, Ricardo Pickles finalized, and Corey. So somebody maybe made a boo-boo in the chicane there and didn't quite make it through. Yanni, there was some damage, so I'm thinking he had a... Ooh, and we have full-out damage here on bar 27, ladies and gentlemen. He is moving up the track pretty slow there, so that, I think, is going to be another death very early on here tonight already from the pro lobby. Not a good sign from our pros. 2 victims here by lap 5, ladies and gentlemen. There were no victims in qualifying. I can confirm that for everybody. KCR Nieder here in second place with Pork very, very close behind here. So TSG's Pork having a nice race here for himself today, hunting for a podium spot. Jay Stewart trying to catch back up to that front pack here. Now he's grabbed 1 spot back out of the 2 that he did lose there last time through the chicane. Sir Churro in 5th, followed very closely by Ricardo Pickles. And let's hang out with this mid pack here for a minute as we're encroaching the chicane. And we'll just keep our eyes on that map radar up in front to make sure we are not missing anything. We could be. They are very close together here. So Silva and Nieder and Pork, they're all going to survive. Silva's through, Nieder's through, Pork is through. All right, Jay Stewart's next on the list. He's through. We're through. Ooh, that whole mid-pack makes it through really well there. So great job by these guys. 5 cars all coming through there at the same time, all in dirty air. That's not an easy task, ladies and gentlemen, and all getting through that chicane very, very well, too, may I add. Very well. I don't look like any of them lost any time. Yanni's through there, no problem. We got Bar and Ghost 45 here now, back nose to tail. So 2 drivers are looking a little cozy here at the end of the pack here tonight from Apex Racing and Rockefellers Racing. So let's see if these 2 can catch up on that pack now. Both these drivers have had to make a pit stop, so they definitely have some time to make up here. They're about a quarter track behind the rest of the field here now. High Priest Silva in first place still as we're coming into turn 4 here, and you can see him get a good exit there. Nieder and Pork starting to kind of reel him in a little bit here. As they're coming around the track on lap 6, that gap is very, very slowly decreasing lap by lap on Silva here. So Silva's doing a really good job at holding these guys off, but he is not able to really open up the gap that ultimately as a leader you really want to get to. He had a nice little tidy gap, and then he must have made a little mistake, and that gap is slowly diminishing here. You can see how quickly that gap is diminishing as Nieder and Pork now working together are catching up to Silva much, much quicker than he can get away from them by himself. And by the time we get to the end of the start finish line here, I think on lap 7, we're going to see these 3 guys all very, very close together. They all survived the chicane. Fantastic to see. And here we go. That mid-pack now all coming through. Stewart's, they all make it through nice and safe and sound here. So we're seeing the majority of our drivers get through there safe and sound. We got Stefan coming in with that thumbs up. How you doing, my guy? Head up and push it, Bar. Hey, absolutely. Yanni coming through right now, so we're just going to hang out with our boy Yanni for a second. No problem. And we got Ghost and Bar here, still nose to tail. So it does look like they are working together here at the back of the pack to try and catch that group up in front. And let's see if Ghost makes a move here. Nope, he does just stay in behind Bar. He has an opportunity here to make the move, but he doesn't really seem too interested. I think maybe he feels a little bad for the earlier incident on the racetrack and just wants to try and help both these guys get caught up and get back into the fight for position here. So let's stick with these 2 as they come into the chicane and make sure they make it through alive, chat. Hey, I'm keeping my eye on the track right now. Don't you guys worry. Uh-oh. Ooh, and well, we got ourselves another full death here. Not a good day for Ghost 45 on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. And dirty air potentially playing a factor there as they were very, very tight together going into that chicane, and Ghost car just pushed out too wide there, and he ate a whole lot of chicane there. So Nieder put the pressure on Silva here. Let us get onto a fun moving camera here so we can see this battle. Now, these guys aren't going to go too wide through the death chicane. They're not that they're not going to make that mistake. They're just not going to do it. they'll wait until the better time to make the move. That'll be maybe coming into this final corner, but they're not really close enough, so we don't think we're going to see too much of an attempted move here. We'll definitely try to see Nieder close up under braking here. Let's see if he can do that. He does certainly look like he closed up a ton of time there. Oh, and Silva got it all wrong, and that is going to be thank you very much. And Nieder's going to go around on the outside there. Left enough space for that wiggle, and he still got around safely. So Nieder is now the new race leader, ladies and gentlemen. So our second race leader of the evening does belong to KCR Nieder, and he is the first lead change of the evening. So Silva losing that position there to KCR's Nieder. And Pork now up on the back end of this. Can Pork make a move on Silva now? And we still have that. Group. That mid-pack group there. Ooh, and Pork's going to take a look. He took a look there, but just no room for him to make the move, so backs out, and he's back up on the back end of Silva here. So he did take a look there, but there was just not enough room, so he backs out, and he'll set the next opportunity up. We could maybe even see it here at the end of the S's, coming into that really hard right-hand corner here, setting up into the S's, of course, pre-chicane here at Dragon Trail Seaside. So you can see that Silva's going to try to go block him off. He's just going to squeeze him a little tight there, a little bit of contact there, and Pork is going to move up the inside, but Silva's going to come back around for a cutback there, and he's going to take P2 back from Pork. So that was a great response there from Jay Silva, as Pork did get the move done going into the corner, but Silva got a good setup cutback move and loses or regains P2. Good run there too as well. Jay Stewart here coming through in 4th place as well, and still followed by Pickles and Sir Churro here in 6th. So not really any position changing. These two swapping positions here. So Corey and Finalized have swapped positions around here recently. Corey in 7th, and of course Finalized in 8th now, but Finalized is going to take a look. Corey's going to go defensive here coming into the final corner. This might give Finalized a nice cutback here. Let's see if he can get the power down. Ooh, a little wiggle there from Corey, but he looked like he managed to still get that power down, and it is going to manage to stay ahead here. So Finalized going to tuck right up on the backside of Corey here, and let's see if he goes for a move. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, in turn 1 and 2 here. Oh, and a little bit of a mistake made there by Corey as he got a little bit sideways and Finalized. Oh, went to try and get around him there, and he's going to get on that curb on the throttle, and that is not going to end well for Finalized there. And Corey there waiting on the racetrack, so maybe he felt like that was his fault, but I didn't see any contact there between the two drivers. So they might know something that, of course, we didn't see, but counter to 3, says Trone. Yeah, absolutely. We'll get that for you. You're not wrong, my dude. Yanni here coming through. We got... Oh, and Ghost is not having a good day in that chicane. And that was a pretty hard hit. I think we got to call that. I think we got to call that one too, chat. So we got to add 2 now, Trone. Bar 27 coming through that chicane here right now as well. And boy, oh boy, Ghost did not get through there well. Again, he is struggling in that chicane today, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's gone from 2, that's right, not to 3, but to 4. And 3 of them compliments of Ghost 45 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, not having a good day through the chicane is that driver. KCR Nieder now getting about a 1.1, maybe 1.2 second gap on Silva since he's gotten around him there, and he is now starting to try and do exactly what Silva was trying to do and build a bit of a gap before it's time to pit here. So we're on lap 10 of 25. We've seen a couple drivers pit for damage. Now whether or not they've changed tires and changed their strategy, we're not sure yet. We'll have to wait to find out. But we definitely are looking like we're seeing a pretty one-stop dominant field of racers here again in round 8 of Dragon Trail from Flat Out Racing North America. So Pork in behind Silva here, and just really being patient behind him here. So let's see if he's going to try and get the move done in the same corner here again, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to come out of the S's here. He is all over the back end of that high pre-Jaguar here right now. So he is going to go inside here. Silva's going to go defensive, but he already has the run on him, so he's just going to go into the corner in front. Now let's see if he holds it as the guys go through the corner here, and he is going to hold it this time. So it is going to be move done this time around for THG's Pork, and that's going to put him up in the 2nd place. So having a fantastic race here today. Silva now in 3rd, and we got Nieder getting through here. We got Pork and Silva getting through here. Ooh, Silva got a little bit squirrely there. but he still managed to get a better run than Pork, so it's battle back on here for first and second place. It looks like we got some lap traffic up ahead, and Neater there up ahead as well. So here we go. And it's going to be Hyperi Silva back into second place, and now Pork is going to get back on the back end of him here. Let's see if he uses that slipstream. Let's get the slingshot engaged here and battle on. These guys are having a great battle here for second and third place, and this is perfect for KCR Neater here right now, sitting in second place or in first place as these guys continue to battle and swap positions. That's just allowing him to continue to gain time on the racetrack on these two drivers. So now Pork moves back up into second place as we come into turns 1 and 2, and Silva is all over the back end of that THG Jaguar here right now. So great battle here. We're going to stick with this, ladies and gentlemen. We aren't going anywhere yet. I thought I ran him wide on replay. I see I could have kept going. I got you, Corey. Well, hey, huge respect to you, my guy. Huge respect to you. Even not being 100% sure that making the right call, that's the right thing to do. So, yeah, great job, man. Much respect to you, my dude. Pork getting a little bit of a gap here now on Silva. So he got a good run through that corner. Let's see if he can maintain that gap. Let's go keep our eye on everything here. We do have some lap traffic up ahead of Neater here, so let's see how this works down. And Ghost is just going to hang out on the outside here, and Neater does get through safe and sound, so that was by design, and I can confirm that because that's me driving. Just to allow that leader to get through without losing too much time for both drivers there. So Neater on the way through here. And here we go again. Is Ghost going to survive for once? Hey, there we go. Congratulations, Ghost, you made it. All right, Pork in second. Ooh, and Silva getting it wrong. That was a hard hit right there, ladies and gentlemen. And he's got some pretty good damage from that hit, so that's going to have to be a tick on the counter here. We've got Barr coming up in behind him here now as well, so a couple of cars being lapped here. Jay Stewart in fourth place as he's coming around. We'll add that shortly. Don't let me forget, chat. Keep me on it. We got Pickles coming around here in fifth place. We're just watching that chicane here right now as a couple more guys are going through it. Ooh, and a couple guys real close together went through there. Serturo here in sixth place. We do have Ricardo Pickles coming in for a pit stop. So our first driver to make a pit stop here without dying to the death chicane is Ricardo Pickles. So this is a planned pit stop from this driver. Serturo here in sixth place. We have finalized here in seventh place. We've got Corey in eighth place chasing that driver down now. We've got Yanni up into ninth. We've got Ghost up into 10th, and he's getting waved that blue flag as Pork is catching up to him here now. So those were the two drivers we've seen tucked together going through the chicane there. Let's sit on this here as Pork is now trying to get around that lap traffic here. So sitting in behind in the S's here. Let's see. It looks like already Ghost has moved just directly over onto the side of the track, and it's going to be much of the same thing here. It looks like he's going to let him by in the exact same spot. Pork has a good run, gets it done real quick, gets that off to the line into the corner, and on his way down the racetrack. So Ghost losing position there to their second place driver as well. We got Silva here in third place with Bar 27 stuck in between him and Jay Stewart here right now. So a lap traffic sandwich at the moment is Bar 27. And Jay Stewart here getting that blue flag waved in front of him here now. Ooh, and he got that all kinds of wrong coming out of there sideways. And boy, these Jaguar drivers are really struggling with the chicane here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I can confirm that this is probably, out of the four cars in the series this weekend, the toughest one to get through that corner at 140 miles per hour. Let me tell you. Jay Stewart here gets around a little sideways as well around that final corner and pushing here to try to catch up to Barry. He doesn't want to lose Silva up in front here. That is currently the second place driver, with Jay Stewart now up in third, of course, with Pork now coming into pit lane. And again, scheduled pit stop here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Serturo here coming in fifth with finalized in sixth, and Corey in seventh now with the pit stop starting to happen here. Pickles in eighth place after his pit stop. We have Yanni in ninth, Ghost in 10th, and Bar 27. Oh, he's just going to get out of the way here. It looks like he really took a wide exit there, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's just letting off that throttle a little tiny bit. And I am going to say one thing, ladies and gentlemen. All of these guys haven't had the best race today. Boy, they're putting on a clinic on how to let the faster traffic by and how to do it safely and not lose a stitch of time. Let off that throttle a little bit, you lose 2-3 miles per hour on the chasing car, and that car is around you in a split second, and you just tuck your nose right in behind that guy, and both drivers just head on down the road. The trick as the back marker of the lap traffic car is just not to get caught up in slipstream and hit the lead trap cars. So they're doing a really great job here today. We have Silva in second, Jay Stewart in third, Barr chasing here in seventh, lap down, 11th, sorry. We have Sir Churro now up into 4th place. We have Finalized in 5th. We have Corey in 6th. We have Ricardo in 7th. Pork in 8th. Yanni in 9th. Ghost in 10th. And Bar27 here in 11th. So let's drop the banner. And we're not live, so we will say that we're going to drop the banner today, so everybody can kind of see the situation that everybody's on here. And rip, absolutely. We're going to change that calendar too while I'm thinking of it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to check everything, make sure everything's rocking and rolling. We got Aaron Benson coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, my dude. Nolander coming in with the care and the hearts as well on the stream. Hope everybody's enjoying the broadcast tonight. Hope everything's sounding good. Minus the one little audio glitch we suffered already. So Neater here, you can see on the medium tires, very low on fuel, so he'll be going to the soft tire. We're going to move up to Silva here. Silva's still out on track in the lead. You can see he's got some heavy damage on the front end of that car. And he's got back marker Bar27 trying to get his lap back here currently from Silva as well. So that's Finalized here now in 2nd place. He's going to go around one more time, and lots of heavy damage on the front end of that race car as well, as he's in 2nd place, but also on that medium tire. Neater coming out now. He's in 3rd place after the pit stop, so we'll put him back in the 1st place once these other drivers stop, unless Silva can build a 50-second gap, but I can't imagine that happening in the next lap or two. Coming out on that soft tire, not quite a full tank of fuel. Ricardo Pickles after his pit stop, only a half a tank of fuel and some fresh soft tires, so interesting. THG's Pork comes out here, almost a full tank of fuel. Probably was a full tank of fuel when he did come out, and a fresh set of soft tires. We have Jay Stewart after his pit stop, same thing, full tank of fuel, fresh set of soft tires for that driver. We have Sir Churro coming out right now, and he's now on a fresh set of racing soft tires with a full tank of fuel. Yanni, who is on soft tires and some damage on his race car here currently. Not sure if that's already a stop made or if he started on these tires. We have Corey in 9th place currently on some fresh racing soft tires and a full tank of fuel. We've got Ghost45 on some worn out soft tires and some very heavy damage on the front end of that race car. And that's allowing Bar27 to close up the gap on him here, who's also on a set of soft tires with no damage on his race car. So Silva now coming into pit lane here, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a little bit of a taste of what we got going on here in the Pro Division at pit time. So let's change our little lovely counter here. And boy, the bodies are stacking up here on Dragon Trail today, ladies and gentlemen. There has been some wrecked race cars here and getting through that infamous chicane at Dragon Trail right leading up into that final sector. So, and it's such an important part of this racetrack. If you really want to capitalize on time in Dragon Trail Seaside, you need to just take a big deep breath, stem up all the courage you've got inside of you, and send it. And pray for the best. Ricardo Pickles now in 2nd place here, with THD's Pork into 3rd. So now the drivers have went through their round of pit stops here. Everything's settling back into the positions that the drivers would be expected to be seen in. Jay Stewart here is in 4th place, with Jay Silva now down into 5th. Sir Churro still in 6th place. Finalized still in pit lane. Here he's just coming out now. Where's Corey? Corey is going to... Yanni is going to get that position from Finalizer as he comes around to take P7. Finalize comes out in 8th. Corey's in 9th with Ghost chasing, and Bar27 falling off the pace a little bit here and suffering some pretty heavy damage on that car. May have been a death chat. Neater coming through fairly neat and tidy there. Let's see what we got from Pickles. A little pretty neat and tidy there from him as well. Just a little slide coming through there, a little wiggle for Pork. Jay Stewart's just getting to that point here now, and you can see these drivers really taking a lot of the curbing to set up for the chicane, and that is kind of what you need to do. Ooh, a significant wiggle there from Stewart. Silva gets through relatively cleanly. Sir Churro's now coming up to that sector there, and we have all our drivers currently spread out a little bit, so not too surprised to see that at this point in the race. Of course, drivers battling this racetrack today, some of these guys, so pit stop strategies have now come through. Some drivers have had to do repairs while in the pit lane, of course, to get their cars back to maximum potential. Ooh, and a little bit of contact there from Sir Churro, but managing to escape damage there. Yoni and Finalize coming through together, and both of them having a little struggle to get through there. So let's see if Finalize is going to try and make a move on the outside here. Yoni is going to go defensive coming into the final corner here, but Finalize is on fresh tires compared to Yoni's worn out tires, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for him to get around on the outside here. And it isn't, as you see Yanni on exit with a little wiggle there as well, trying to get the power down, and Finalize just drives right around on the outside there. So up to the 7th place goes Finalized, and Yanni dropping down to P8. Corey chasing these drivers, so he should start catching up to these guys, but I see some damage on that car here from Corey as well. So again, maybe a little brush with the chicane here most recently. Ghost 45 coming around here on lap 15. He's up into 10th place here now, is holding down 10th place still, sorry, and Bar 27 here now chasing with some worn out tires and a damaged race car, much like the driver in front here. So our 10th and 11th place drivers especially not having a great battle with Dragon Trail Seaside here today. KCR Nieder has a pretty good gap on Ricardo Pickles here, as he's just coming around the final corner there right now. So let's jump on board with Pickles here, and that's Nieder is just at the end of the straightaway coming around that first kink there. So you know, it's a good solid 5 second, maybe 5.5 second gap right now currently between our first and second place driver. THG's Pork here, a little bit closer to the second place driver than the second place driver is to first place. About 4 seconds it looks like there as they're coming through turn 1 and 2. And you got to take a lot of that curb to really maximize that exit. But you take too much curb, and we see what happened already with Finalize as you just get a little too much power down, and it just sends the rear end of the car out sideways, and there's just not a lot of room to recover at that point of the racetrack. So Silva here in 4th place as he comes around. We got Jay Stewart here, you know, he's coming around as well. Sergio here, he's just coming past the start-finish line to start lap 17. Got Finalized coming around here as well to start his 17th lap. Yoni is coming around to start his 17th lap. Corey as well, just coming across that start-finish line. Fastest man on the racetrack currently right now is High Prix driver Jay Silva there with a 135.965. Ghost 45 here coming in for a pit stop as going to fix some damage and get some new tires and fill up that tank of fuel. And Bar 27 got a little bit wrong on the exit there. Really had to fight his way into pit lane there, and that might cost that driver a 3-second penalty as well on entrance to the pit lane. So that is unfortunate there for Bar 27. A little struggle just getting set up for pit lane there. So KCR Nieder is going to come around. He's going to put them drivers back a lap down now as he goes by. So let's sit on board with KCR Nieder here. Let's do a little lap around Seaside. So you're going to come around, this is full speed. You're going to let up here, start braking. You're going to want to go down into second for rotation, back up into third to get the power down as early as possible. Right on the apex, he's in third gear. He's going to take as much of that curb out as he can, keeping that wheel in a straight line. Here, you're going to turn in a little early, and you're just sending it here on the brakes about here, down into second gear, rotate through this corner, a little bit of power up into third gear, and now you're going to set up for your S's here. So you're going to stay left side. Just going to clip this apex here so you can be on this side of the track. Just dip it and just rotate it down into fourth, and just hold it around that corner on the gas. Hit this a late apex to get the best line, and then a normal apex here, powering all the way through. Holding it. You don't want to take too much curb here, it'll bounce your car, so you just want to cut it close. You're going to come all the way over to the curbing here on the brakes right about now, down into second gear for rotation here. And some drivers you're going to see go up to third to get the power early. We see that from KCR's Nieder here as well. So now it's full send here, take as much of this curb on the right as you can. Both tires on this curb. And what is he doing? Just a quick little downshift there for him to get through there. So some drivers will lift, some drivers will throttle through it. In this case, he just pop shifted it down real quick, rotated through, waited till the car was through, and then right back up into fifth gear, power through here. Down into third gear, second if you need to catch the apex, back up into third for exit so you don't lose the back end of the car. It is an uphill entry, and then full speed all the way back around. So there's a lap with our leader around Dragon Trail Seaside. Now let's go see what's going on around the racetrack here. We've got a driver coming out in front of Nieder here. And I'm not sure who it is. It looks like it's Flying Fox Racing's Yanni, so making his pit stop there. And Nieder right on the back end of him here. So Yanni looking to be a put lap down here as Nieder is chasing. Now, you know, this is a tricky situation. Yanni is on fresh soft tires. If he can maintain the pace ahead of Nieder here, he is allowed to continue on. But if at any point that Nieder is going to start to close in or put pressure on Yanni then will need to move out of the way for this driver, just not to cause an incident. He is allowed to obviously fight to keep the lead lap, but to what extent do you fight is the bigger question. I mean, Nieder is right on him here now, and he is going to go defensive, but I don't think he's fighting this. I think he's letting Nieder go through, and that's exactly what he's doing here. You see him hit the brake just a little bit extra before coming into that corner to make sure Nieder made it first, and he's just going to let Nieder go by there. So Nieder is going to get around Yanni very safely, and again, it's a tough decision to make as a race car driver when you're about to be put a lap down. You don't want to give that position up, but if you realize that guy up there that's catching you is just that much faster than you, it is just best to let them go by and not cost either one of you any extra time or battling on the racetrack as well. Hyperi Silva here in third place, Jay Stewart chasing in fourth, so Stewart losing that position to Silva here at some point in time. Ricardo up into P5 here with Sergio in sixth place and closing on Pickles here. So let's stick with these two for a minute and see if there's a little battle between these two drivers as we're coming into the DEATH Chicane here. It would really be a shame if something happened to this track and we weren't able to race it anymore. Kaboom! I'm sure that's a sentiment from a few people right now, my friend. I think there's some some race car drivers that are just out there pretending like this just didn't happen this week. I may be one of those drivers. Sergio here really closing up on Pickles up in front here, but Pickles is doing a good job of just staying ahead here. Actually, he got a better exit out of the final corner there, so Sergio losing a little bit of pace on him there. He's not actually going to really be able to get a move done potentially here coming into turns 1 and 2 because he did lose just enough of that slipstream not to close up the gap enough, and that is the case. We've got Finalize also starting to catch up to this pack here as well, so potentially a three-way battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th here soon. Corey here in 8th place, Yoni in 9th as these guys are lining up for the chicane. Nieder's just up ahead there, and he gets through there nice and neat and tidy. We got Ghost still in 10th, we've got Barr here in 11th. Alright, back to our race leader, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting to see the drivers get a little spread out, so, well, things are progressing here. Let's show a little love to one of our sponsors, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? A quick little doodad here from GTR Sim, ladies and gentlemen.
Introducing RS30 Ultra, the first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. By GTR Simulator. Go fast.
Alright, little love from GTR Simulators are one of our main title sponsors here, ladies and gentlemen. Our other main title sponsor here is Apex Racing, ladies and gentlemen. And on the right hand side of the screen you can see, if you notice the merch, some visuals of what the merch looks like and what's available for flat out racing through the Apex Racing Team website. So if you would like to know more, you just head over to https Apex Sim Racing Team, all one word and all lowercase.com. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. And go to Apex Apparel, and all the flat out racing North America merch and Apex merch is available there through that website. So a couple more weeks that'll be up on the website for, ladies and gentlemen, so very limited time. It's going to be not around much much longer. So if you want your flat out racing merch, get it while it's hot, because it's only available for a couple more weeks. I'll fight for Seaside every season. Trone, quit being so silly. Casey Hardeater here in first place. We got THG's Pork in second. We've got Jay Silva here making the move on Pork here for second place. And he gets the job done as I'm looking through the right side mirror there currently. Pork is going to slot in behind Silva here in third place. So Silva doing a great job of getting the move done on THG's Pork. Got Jay Stewart here in fourth place, and he's got a little bit of time to make up if he wants to catch up to those guys up in front. Ricardo Pickles here in fifth, and he makes the chicane. Churro makes the chicane. Finalize makes it through. So it looks like the drivers are starting to settle into this race a little bit now. We're seeing less dying in the chicane and more driving around the racetrack here from our drivers. We got Corey coming through right now, and let's hope I don't curse the poor man just as we say that. Nah, he's going to get it. I can tell by the line. It looked fantastic. Ioni's just coming up through the S's here right now. Ghost is just coming into that high-speed kink for turn 4. And bar 27 is suffering from some pretty heavy damage on this race car. So he may have fallen victim to the chicane here. We just didn't realize it, but he is coming through here right now. And I mean, good on all these guys. Some of these guys haven't been having the best race today. And it wasn't just today in all the divisions, and all these guys just keep their head down, they keep the cars on the racetrack, and they keep going. So much respect to everybody who's not had the best race day through all the divisions this weekend, just for toughing it out there and doing the best you could, because boy oh boy, the mechanics are busy in the off week, chat, that is for sure. Hyper Silva here in second place. We got Pork again in third, and a gap starting to develop between Silva and Pork here. Jay Stewart in fourth. He's got nobody around him. He's got Ricardo Pickles here. He's kind of all by himself. The Serturo's still there, but he's not right there. And there's much of the same here. Finalize is there, but he's not right there. Corey is kind of all on his own, doing his own thing here. Yanni is much of the same, really. And much of the same for Ghost and bar 27 as well. Let's see what he puts down for a lap there. 38 flat. Not an ideal lap time for a soft tire there, but you can see some of the drivers have really been struggling here today. And it's a tough racetrack, Dragon Trail Seaside. It's something we usually sprint race on. It's not something we typically league race on. So, yeah, that was an interesting twist. Gotta say, hey, thanks, Flat Out. It's been fun. I think the viewers are really enjoying the death counter, though. I don't know. Almost a little too much. KCR Dieter, we see Finalized coming into pit lane here. So what has happened to Finalized here? We see some pretty heavy damage on this race car. So I'm thinking that driver had a little incident there with Mr. Chicane, but can't really confirm because we didn't catch it. Woohoo! Dieter almost got it wrong there as he was in behind bar 27. Slides through that chicane and does manage to get around bar 27 there. Silva does get through. Pork gets through. Jay Stewart's coming there right now. You can see the helicopter over that straightaway there looking at the other cars. Stewart does get through here, not comfortably, but he definitely gets that Jaguar through there. Ricardo Pickles isn't there yet. Serturo's not there yet. Alright. We don't have much for battling happening here right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is KCR Nier leading. He's got a very sizable gap on the rest of the field here, so I mean, he just really needs to focus on not dying. If he doesn't die, he wins this race. It's that simple. Hey, no Landers is Joe. Imagine the insurance claims from this weekend. I know, right, Tro? I know. Ghost 45 might be getting a pink slip from Team Jaguar here. I don't know. KCR Nieder in the lead, though, and looking fantastic. Let's stick with them here. Let's see, where are we guys at? Ooh, a little, oh, nope, that was just Jay Silva going around bar 27 there. Guys' tires starting to look a little worse for wear here too, ladies and gentlemen. So, that may play a factor into the end of this race right now. We're seeing some pretty worn out soft tires on these cars as Nader's just coming into the infamous corner here right now. And we're trying to keep our eye on that thing as best as we can, but not miss any of the action on the racetrack as well. So here comes Nieder, a little rub with the wall there, and you pretty much have to do that here, and he gets through there no problem. That's why he's winning this race, ladies and gentlemen. He has got that corner figured out. Ooh, Jay Silva almost went wide there, but he manages to get through here in second place. Pork gets through no problem. Jay Stewart here is starting to look like he was making some time up on these guys slightly for a little while. There's that gap is slightly smaller. He does get through there. A little wiggle from that driver. Alright, well, let's stay on with Pickles here as we come up into the chicane. I mean, these guys are all spread out. There's not really any battling happening between these drivers currently right now, so we might as well watch them go through the chicane, right, ladies and gentlemen? Why not? Alright, so Pickles coming through. Does he make it? The line looks good. He's going to make it. No problem. Serturo, much of the same thing. Gets through there easy peasy. Ooh, we have an issue there as we see Corey getting off track there. I'm not sure. It looked like he just went wide in the S's there, and Finalized doing a great job of getting through there without getting collected there. So he is going to grab 7th place there from Corey as he's coming around here. We'll stick on him here for a minute as he's coming around. We're trying to keep our eye on the leader here too. We don't want to miss the leader coming across the start-finish line, obviously. So here we go, Finalized. Oop. Yeah, he made it through. All right, here comes Corey now, and he is gonna. Let's see if he gets through here. He might have some dirty tires. Big wiggle from that driver as he comes through. Yanni here. And it looks like, where is Nieder? Where is Nieder? Alright, Nieder going through. That was sketch, chat. That was very sketch. Oh, no, and Jay Silva, oh, that's not good, ladies and gentlemen. This is huge. He's on the podium here right now. He gets that car spun around, and Pork comes ripping through there. Pork's going to grab P2. Jay Silva falling victim to that chicane on the final lap here. Oh, my goodness. How many positions is that going to cost him? We got to get to the leader here, though. Huge win here for KCR Nieder in round 8. Congratulations to him. Pork is going to come around here. He's going to grab a nice, solid P2 after that mistake from Jay Silva right at the end of the race here, ladies and gentlemen. And Death Chicane claims another one, but Silva is just going to hold on there for a P3 as Jay Stewart was lurking. Ooh, that was close. Ricardo Pickles just getting through the chicane there. Mr. Sir Churro as well. Let's follow these two through as they're coming around their final few corners of the race here. And the drivers that didn't pay homage to Barriard today were the drivers that ended up on the top of the podium today without a question of a doubt. So there we go. Ricardo Pickles pretty happy there. You see him flashing those lights coming through the P5 finish here today. Sir Churro's coming around. He's going to get P6. Stayed there pretty much all race long, but hey, consistency got him a great race finish here today. Finalized coming around here. We got Yanni up in the 9th place there. I see a checkered flag on that driver as he's just coming around the start-finish line as well. We're going to stick with finalizing. Boy, oh boy, is finalizes fuel close, ladies and gentlemen. It is like a sliver. By the time he gets this thing to the start-finish line, there won't be fuel left in that tank, and there it goes. It just disappeared. And finalized comes around for a nice, solid 7th place finish here. Corey coming around. He's going to pick up a P8 here for himself as well today. And a 9th place for Yoni, a 10th place for Ghost 45, and a 11th for Bar 27 here today. So that was some interesting racing, ladies and gentlemen. That was definitely some interesting racing. But that's Dragon Trail. I mean, what else can we say? So from what I remember seeing, we only had 5. We only had 5 deaths there. And we'll have to confirm. We will confirm by round 9 how many official deaths in each lobby there was, because of course I can't watch every part of the racetrack, but we do have 5 recorded here today. It should be 6 because yeah, Silva did wreck at the end there, so that is actually 6. And yeah, I mean that was a good race from the pro guys. They spread apart there right near the last 6-7 laps. Not too surprised to see that, as again, some drivers when they did make that first round of pit stops, having some damage on their race cars, and that damage relates to seconds lost in pit lane, and seconds lost is time lost on a racetrack, and that did spread the drivers out here a little bit, on top of course the drivers battling that chicane. So we're going to allow our drivers just to pop into the Discord if it is that they choose to do so. We're actually a little ahead of schedule today. That kind of surprises me. Wow, look at us go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you're talking about, Tron. What are you talking about? Are you sure? I don't see Elite on that graphic, my man. I don't know. I think you better go double check, my friend. Thanks, Tron. Appreciate you, my guy. Boy, I am just not on the ball this week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just giving a little bit of time for the interview chat in the Discord there. We'll see if the guys pop in. If they don't, no big deal. That's funny. That's funny. You know, and the funny thing is I went through all this last night before I even shut my computer off and thought I had flipped them all to the other set of graphics. So apparently not, you know. But hey, it was good for a giggle. It was good for a giggle. We like giggles here. All right. I don't know if we're actually going to get podium guys here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We may not. We're going to give them another couple minutes. So while we're doing that, we'll talk about the race. Well, DEATH CHICANE claims 6 race cars here today. Ghost45, looking like he collected most of the victim counters here today, went through 3 different race cars here today. So expensive racing day for Team Rockefeller there at Ghost45, and I'm sure that there's going to be some words passed along between team and driver about wrecking expensive race cars. So tough day for that driver. Bar 27 as well, having a tough day out there, claiming himself a couple times in that very tough chicane as well. But Bar 27 also getting tapped into turn 4 on lap 2 by one of the drivers there, and you know, sometimes that just ruins your rhythm and changes the way the race happens. So well, I have the time to say it. Sorry, my man, I didn't mean to do it, but hey, it is what it is. So we will suffer the wrath of the stewards for our misadventures at Dragon Trail Seaside here this week, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you hate to do it, and you definitely hate to see it, but I guarantee you the first thing that Ghost45 did at the end of the race was immediately message that driver and apologize. So yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. I don't like it. It's not me. I pride myself in being one of those drivers that doesn't make contact with other drivers, and when it happens, I don't feel very good about it. So yeah, sorry, my dude. But it was a pretty spicy race between THG's Pork and Jay Silva as well. Those guys, they were battling hard there for a good solid 4 or 5 laps there for second and third place. And then the battle settled down a little bit. Something happened to Silva there. Maybe he contacted the chicane partially at one point. He picked up some pretty heavy front end damage on that car, and that allowed THG's Pork really to finally eventually make his way back around and take back second place. At the end of the pit stop sequence, I mean, really the battle was between second and third place, and there was a good potential battle for through 5th to 8th place there for a while as well. But at the end of the day, Silva managed to really find some great pace in that final stint and really open up a gap on that third place driver, THG's Pork. But just unfortunately fell victim at the wrong time to that chicane and ended up losing that position back to THG's Pork. But thankfully for Jay Silva, Jay Stewart was just far enough behind not to capitalize on that mistake right at the end of the race either. So still managing to salvage a podium out of the race, Jay Silva did, but probably not exactly what he was hoping for there. Yes, I did. Heavy damage. Yep. We feel you, brother. We feel you. All right, so let's give the love, chat. Let's give the love. Again, we were just talking about that, man. He had great pace all race long. He was our pole sitter coming into the race as well with the fastest lap on track during qualifying. And it was a quick lap, too, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. So got a great start off, and then KCR Nieder all the way from the back of the pack managed to find his way around Silva at about lap 10-ish, maybe a little bit sooner. So Silva found himself chasing for that lead, trying to get that position back on KCR Nieder, and then found himself in a little bit of trouble. Got passed by Pork. Again, made it to that one-stop pit stop range. He did take the race lead back there for a little bit until he opted to pit after Nieder pit. So going for a double, an extra overcut, I guess we could call it, because he went an extra lap over the overcut to try and just gain as much time as he could on KCR Nieder. And of course, hopefully and ideally, at the end of the race, you catch that driver, you have those fresher soft tires, you should be able to attempt to make a move on that driver when the time is right. Unfortunately for Silva, he just wasn't able to close back up on Nieder, and then of course with the incident at the end of the race, but still having a great job, showing great pace out there. He's doing well, only coming in midway through the season here in the pro division, and Team Hypre definitely should be proud about this driver because he's been putting on a great show all season long since he's been here. And I mean, what else can we ask for at the end of the day? But some good, hard, clean racing from these drivers. So, except for Ghost 45, he just likes to take guys out. Apparently, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this, please. Thank you. Moving on to our second place finisher, THG's Pork. He had just a really, really well-rounded, good, efficient, consistent, clean race. He didn't battle any more than he needed to. When he did battle, he tried to make it very quick and concise and precise. Unfortunately for him, it didn't work out ideally when he ran into third place driver Jay Silva, as both those drivers really had some great battling throughout the race. But at the end of the day, he didn't make the mistake and Silva did, and that does allow him to step on that slightly higher step on the podium there in second place. So THG's Pork really showed some great pace and some great consistency and some great patience and nerves of steel to make it through that chicane 25 times safe and sound, and it really did result in a very strong, solid second place finish here today. Let's move up our list down to our winner here. So it is Casey Arneider that comes down with the win here, and I mean, what else can we say? The driver came from the back of the pack. He missed qualifying. He was late to get into the track, so they didn't allow him to get on to qualify. And but they did allow him to start from the back of the pack, of course. So very early on at the start of the race, he made up a very quick 4 positions, and then just driver by driver just picked apart the field, took advantage of a mistake by Jay Stewart going through the chicane. I believe it was lap 5 or 6. And grabbed 2 quick positions there to go from 4th to 2nd place, and then just eventually found his way around Jay Silva there, and some good battling by those 2 drivers as well. But at the end of the day, Jay Silva came out of the final corner and just had a wiggle, and that was enough for Nieder to get around. He had some better tires, and Nieder worked on building a gap, and then from there just didn't turn back. Put in some good, clean, crisp, very fast laps. Didn't really have to fight with the lap traffic too much, and just kept his pace, kept his head on his shoulders, made it through that chicane 25 times in a row, and comes out with a big time fat win. So no complaints from this guy watching this race here. Oh, always right at the end of the stream, my guy. Hey, what's up, Dennis? How you doing? Dennis Time. Miller Time Gaming coming, Dennis Time. Miller Time Gaming coming in with the big time love and the big time raid. Another Facebook content creator, another sim racer, and he plays other stuff like Call of Duty, PGA, and other games like that as well, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely got to go over there and say hello to Miller Time Gaming over on Facebook and YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Whichever platform it is you choose to watch from, definitely go say hi to the man. Great content, great community over there. All right. I mean, that was a great race from the pro guys. We feel bad that they didn't get their broadcast last week, but we just didn't have enough drivers to make it worthwhile. So these guys made sure we had the drivers tonight, and they gave us some good deaths in the death chicane. Compliments of a couple of drivers specifically and mainly, but hey, we appreciate seeing some cars getting wrecked as well. It's part of the fun. It's part of racing. Fans enjoy it. Drivers maybe not so much, but hey, it's all a part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that was some great stuff. Miller Time, and what's up, Paulie? Great racing. All this track can be rough. Oh, and it was. Our victim counter was at 6 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So far, I don't know what Nolander's Pro-Am 1 lobby did last night. Nolander, if you're still in the stream, if you want to enlighten us on that death count from the Pro-Am 1 division there, but we had 7 in the amateur division that we caught. We had 5 that we caught in the elite division, and we had 6 that we caught in the pro division. So in 3 lobbies, we already have claimed 18 for sure victims in that chicane. Hey, how you doing, Justin? So yeah, I mean, nasty stuff. Hard track, and we did see a couple of drivers spin out in other parts of the racetrack here as well, but for the most part, it was the chicane that decided which drivers made it through and which drivers it didn't end up on the podium here tonight. And the podium does belong to High Prix driver Jay Silva, THG driver Pork, and KCR driver Nieder, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations, those 3 well-fought races. And one more to go this week, ladies and gentlemen. Just one more. And it's not going to be broadcast here on GT45 Gaming this week. we are going to be sending our Pro-Am 2 broadcast over to No Lander Gaming tomorrow night. So that will be done at the normal time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, at the end of that Pro-Am division race, it will be available open to interviews for the guys. So, Pro-Am 2 guys, if you're watching, be ready. It's not going to be here. I am working out of town, so I'm not actually going to be available to do the broadcast on time this week. So thankfully we have No Lander Gaming, our amazing other broadcaster here at Flat Out Racing North America, just joined into the team a couple of weeks ago, and he's been doing a fantastic job for us here. So he is going to take on the other Pro-Am lobby tomorrow night over at No Lander Gaming on Facebook Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. So thinking it was 6, may have only been 5. All right, well we'll stick with 6. We'll go with the higher number for now, but we'll get an official count here at the end of the week. So yeah, we'll make sure to pass along all the information that Mr. No Lander Gaming needs to be ready for the other Pro-Am division. He is very kindly going to take that broadcast for us and knock it out of the park like he always does. So some great racing here as always, ladies and gentlemen. The series is presented by Flat Out Racing North America, of course sponsored by GTR Simulators and the Apex Racing Team. Graphics provided by Hypre Graphics, and I gotta tell you, this guy just makes this stuff look so good. It's so hard not to want to broadcast when your graphics look as good as they do from Hypre Graphics. You guys want some graphics? Fair market value, very well priced. The gentleman works very quickly. He can make something out of absolutely nothing, an idea, and make it look spectacular. So if you guys are interested, you need some graphic work done, all you leagues out there, you need some graphic work done for your broadcasters, hit us up here at GT45 Gaming. Hit up Flat Out Racing, hit up Hypre themselves. He's all over the Discord servers. You just got to ask for him and look for him, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be there to help you guys out. If not, we can direct you in the right direction as well. I mean, what else can we say? Yeah, not tonight, Justin. Not tonight, my dude. We only got one driver, so. Lost my train of thought. OGR Toolshed coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, everybody. I gotta go check everything. Let's catch up. Let's catch up real quick. We have nothing to catch up on over there. Is that right? It is right. Okay. We got Dennis Miller coming in with the double share and the like. Much love, brother. Appreciate you. We got Miller Time Gaming coming in again with the raid. Appreciate that. Welcome, MTG fam. We got Toolshed with the like. We said Paul coming in with the heart. We got Colin coming in with that like. Justin coming in with the heart as well. I think that's all we're missing. We've definitely missed some comments, but you guys were absolutely hanging out, talking amongst yourselves, which we love to see. We love to see that. We love to see the community chilling and talking with each other while we're doing our thing here, and we appreciate you hanging out with us here today. If you're watching later after as a recorded interview, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you have any feedback, do not hesitate to let us know in the comments below, or of course contact us through the page's socials. You can get us through the messenger on Facebook. You can get us through our WhatsApp as well. You can also, reach out through Discord if you see us in the Discord server. Honestly, Discord's the quickest way to get a hold of Ghost45 right now. But yeah, please do feel free. We do enjoy the feedback. We just always want to make the content as good as it can be for the viewers. And, the viewers always have great suggestions. And a lot of the stuff we see on screen is because of viewer feedback. So we do appreciate it. We hope you all enjoyed it. And we'll be back. No Lander Gaming tomorrow night over on Facebook, taking care of that Pro-Am 2 division. And then it's going to be hot action live Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for Round 9 at Daytona Road Course with the amateurs in that beautiful Mercedes GT3 race car. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't liked and shared yet, make sure, please, if you would do so on the way out. Just a couple free things you can do to help us grow. And what it really does is it makes Facebook and YouTube push that out to more people, and that would be absolutely wonderful because we want to see more people come in and cheer these racers on. And again, if you love the content, you're not already following the page, you don't know how to find out when we go live, you just got to hit that follow or subscribe button, hit that little tiny bell that turns on your live notifications, and you'll never miss another hot racing action moment from Flat Out Racing North America and GT45 Gaming. We absolutely appreciate everybody. We're going to catch up on some comments. No problem, but the amazing comments as usual, my guy. Even with the final lap crash, very satisfied with the result. We appreciate you, Justin. Anthony, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. Ghost, I have an amazing idea. I'm going to send you a DM on Discord. All right, brother. Sounds good. Anthony coming in with that like and that share as well. We're going to pay the favor forward, ladies and gentlemen. Miller Time Gaming coming in with the big time raid from Facebook Gaming. So we're going to go find another Facebook creator to do much of the same thing back to of course, pay that raid forward. We do appreciate it. So let's go find us a little content creator and let's go show that creator some love. Let's go smash their stream. Let's go throw some likes. Let's go throw some shares. Let's light them up. Let's make their day. That's what we do here as a streaming community. So let's see who we can find to go raid. We want to try and find somebody small. Okay, there is nobody small on right now. Oh my. Alright, well, let's go hit up Cody B then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go hit up our man, Cody B. So, when you guys get over to Cody B's stream, throw a hashtag GT45 raid up in the chat. Let them know that the rowdies are up in the house. The racing crew is here to partay and go hang out with Mr. Cody B. He's over there playing Forza Horizon 5, hanging out with his community. He does a lot of drifting and a lot of racing over there. Great content, great dude. Go check it out. Make sure you tell him GT45 Gaming says hi, and we'll see you over in the chat in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much for the support. Stay winning, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, you matter. I see you, Nick, with that thumbs up. You absolute legend. We appreciate you, my guy. Take care, everybody, and until the next time. I see you, Nick.